Hey there, fellow miners. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, episode 36, Last Ditch Effort. So, kind of everywhere in this region has been a sort of a 0.3, 0.4, which indicates that there's very likely a disc of iron, a vein of iron, underneath me somewhere. And there's also, of course, that cave, which makes looking for the iron a little bit easier, because I don't have to do the manual mining. I'm just going to poke around to see if I can't find other cave networks around here. Maybe, what was this? This was a fire clay I found yonder. Maybe do one more prospect near this. Oh, this is peat. Up in here. But have you guys decide. I'll leave that up for a minute or two. But it looks like settling here is the popular decision. .1 sulfur, 0.4 hematite, and almost 1% borax. Really, it's been spicy around here. Okay, mine here. Let's get back to the cave system, because that is going to cut down on picks and effort. And because I have all these ladders, I can make it. What I didn't bring, however, was torches. A bunch of torches. But I'm in full armor, so, like, provided I don't find horrible drifters, I should be okay. So the advantage of creating your own mine shaft is, like, it's probably not going to get populated, especially if you go vertical, because a vertical shaft is not a valid spot for things to spawn. Whereas, like, going into a cave means that, like, I don't have to do the digging. Oh, this cave sucks. So let's not do the cave. It's only going to save me, like, a very little time. So the best point around here might be this spot here, which is 0.4 iron with borax and sulfur. So I'll start my mine shaft there, up to the north. And I might do one more prospect around it to see if I can't get something even better. Oh, there's even copper right underneath me. I guess I'll mark it down. Not that I need more copper at the moment. I could make torches, I'm just not gonna bother. I can go in a cave without torches, it's not gonna be a problem. So this was the nicest spot I prospected so far, but it's also the last spot I prospected. So the question is there even better nearby? So I'll do one to the north, one to the west, one to the south, you know, get the lay of the land, and then pull the trigger on something. That was fire clay, but it's already marked down on my map. You can see the sort of yellow pick on the mini-map. So this is not good. This is definitely in the wrong direction. It has sulfur, 3.8 sulfur, which is an insane amount, and 1.3 borax. So it's really, really good for non-metals. Well, sulfur is a metal, you know what I mean. But it is not good for hematite, which we're obviously looking for hematite. So if I wanted borax, somewhere around me is probably under the lake bed is probably a lot of borax. And sulfur, because that was a super high sulfur read too. 3.8 parts per thousand is a ridiculous amount of sulfur. If indeed the yield is that high down there. God, they haven't been far enough apart. How not to prospect. We do have a 0.3 hematite here with a little bit of everything else, but not as sexy as the last spot. What else was here? I wish there was a way to change this so it doesn't fade so fast. Okay. Sulfur tin. So maybe one more at the lake east of me, and that will be the last prospecting, and then I'll just pick the best. It's just a sizable time investment to create a borehole if it leads nowhere. Was the gold that I found? I don't even know where it was. The argentum. Did that have iron in it? Because if there's a spot with iron and gold... Oh, no, it had copper. Never mind. Hey, Drax. Thank you for the raid. You were also playing Vintage Story? What were you last working on in yours? I am working on getting my first iron. I had just finished finding borax, which took me a very long time for leatherworking. And I am prospecting my last prospect to see if the iron is good here. And if not... One more sample. If not, I am pulling the trigger and 0.3 with some sulfur. Ilmenite. Cinnabar. And has it been treating you well? I hope. You just started and you love it? Good to hear. Yeah, I'm relatively new to the game too, but I did a lot of homework, so I kind of know what I'm doing. Yeah, this was 1.6 borax. This is not a terrible spot either. But I'm going to go back to the west area and start my borehole. We're doing it, finally! Digging for iron. So you're playing the winter challenge? Cool. That should be a lot of fun. Trying to fulfill your caloric needs in the winter can be challenging. So I'm going to start it here. This looks as good as anywhere. And I'm going to violate the rules of mining and go straight down. And so that nothing follows me. There. Now nothing can mess with me. So usually the way I do it is mine and then like slap some ladders down and do some more mining. And I'm not deep enough to even warrant doing chunk. Well, actually, you know what? I don't know what's around here, so I will do a chunk search because it's possible that there's like borax nearby. No notes. But the beauty of mining like this is there's like no way for stuff to spawn on you. Except for because even, I think, I might be mistaken, but I think even the ladder will block spawning. So like, there's just not a case where I end up with like being swarmed by drifters. And then the other benefit is if I do find iron down here, it's just really easy to not have monsters spawning on me as a result because I'm controlling how much of the area is revealed. Whereas when you're in a cave, you know, it could be a mess. Still getting no nodes though. Not that that means much. I need to go further down, I think. And iron could be pretty deep. If I run out of ladders, I'll pull up half the ladders and go every other block. Which is probably going to be the case unless I get lucky and hit something soon. Still no nodes, but we're down to slate. Changing rock type. In fact, claystone, can you even have... I don't think claystone... Oh no, I can have iron ore. Never mind, I take that back. Hey, Elizabeth. It's the famous Eli. Thank you for the resub. And we're down to granite again. Jump searching. No node. The infamous Eli. Well, I'm glad I have a bunch of spare picks. I think I'm going to need them. Switch to the next broken one. It'd be funny if I got a rift, a temporal storm rather, while I was doing this, because it would be of such no consequence, because there's nowhere for them to spawn near me, that it's like, oh well. I might go a little insane, given that the temporal stability down here is not great, but... Alright, I am at 50, so I'm about... What, about halfway down from where I started? It might be worth doing some horizontal shafts at this point. Or I could just keep going lower. I didn't mean for there to be a space in the no, but whatever, you get the idea. So the disadvantage of course, horizontal shafts is like, it encourages monster spawning. But I can, you know, if it ends up a false lead, I can always just like hole it up too. Or stick a bunch of stones down to block spawning. And let's pull up half the ladders. Go every other. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Does is iron? I know it starts at 85% down. Does it go all the way to core, or is it is that I'm more fuzzy on? Or is it like 85 to 15 or something like that? I guess that's my question. 5 of a mantle? Okay. So it's possible if there's a vein of iron, it could be almost all the way down. Meaning going all the way down is fine. Okay. You're not going to do horizontal shaft just yet. You think it could still be below me. Once I'm done with this, there's going to be so many ladders just like waiting for me at the bottom. I may also want to... What time is it? 6 in the morning? I may want to go to the surface just to recover some of my temporal stability. Because I don't need things to get super crazy. Once I'm done with the ladders, I'll do that. We're done with the ladders. Alright, I'm gonna quickly resurface so that I can recover some of my sanity, for lack of a better explanation. Is 0 all the way down? Yeah, yeah. The way it works, it depends on well, that's not true. So when you generate your world, there's variable world height. By default, it's 256. Where sea level's like 128. And that's more or less... I kept everything completely standard when I generated this world, so it's not... I didn't modify it in any way. %. You know, while I'm up here, I am just going to run across the lake and do like some quick prospecting, because otherwise I'm just like sitting in my hands not doing anything, to see if there's like something super sexy out that way, because you just never know. You never know. Your redeems are working, yes. I get audio alerts whenever that's redeemed. Let me know that a question was asked. Or, not the highlights, the question. So the spinning gear is temporal stability. You can think of it as kind of like sanity. It's not literally sanity, but you can think of it as like sanity. And then, oh, there we go. The red is my health, and the green is my hunger. When sanity goes to 0, I'm not going to spoil that, but like, let's just say bad things. So this has 0.9 titanium, 2.1 copper, and gold. So it's actually kind of nice that I came over here, and so that's a gold spot. Doesn't have any iron. There's a apple tree here. I've actually been marking it down as these kind of trees, so I'll keep doing that. Even though there's like a fruit icon. I feel like this is the type of area that I was in when bears tried to eat me. Makes me very uneasy. Especially given that I'm not wearing my armor right now. All right, my temporal stability is almost refilled. I'll do one more quick prospect, and then we'll get back down into the hole. Oh, there's a surface copper here. Mark that down too. Well, guess we're gonna have to make room for some flax too. My ever tiny inventory. Oh, bye-bye. Flax is pretty much the only thing that, like, I won't pass up because it's just so dang important. All right, this is worth prospecting because, like, this would be really easy to add ladders to if it's good. Ilmenite and copper, or titanium and copper. Okay, back to the hole. And I should mark the hole that I started. Oh god, where is it? Hang on, I'm confuzzled now. It's here, I think? Yeah, it's the pinned one. Okay. So what do you guys think? I don't have too much time left in the stream. I might actually just end up ending it with me in like a open pit mine. But do you think I'm gonna find iron? My search for iron. I think if this comes up dry, the best thing I could probably do thereafter is go to the 1.4 milli prospect that I had and just start a new one with some new ladders. I think is pretty reasonable. So I'll go, my plan is to go all the way to the mantle here. And then from there, I'm not sure which. Where are the monsters? Well, they don't spawn in vertical holes like this, so I don't have monsters due to the way I'm building my mine shaft. They only spawn on like solid blocks that are not illuminated, so I'm being careful not to allow them to spawn. Because I'm getting to a depth now that the monsters that would spawn, the deeper you go into the ground, the less stable the world is. As you can see, that green or cyan gear is spinning really fast. And also, the stronger the monsters are. And the kind of monsters that I would get at this deep elevation would, if I was naked, would like one-shot me. I would just be dead. Unless I was wearing armor. I have armor on me, with me, but I don't have armor worn at the moment. So that I can move faster and be less encumbered and eat less. Only about 30 more blocks down. The psychosis is really setting in, though. I haven't done chunk searches, so I think once I do a full vertical, I will do every, like, 12 blocks as I ascend, or every 10 blocks as I ascend, do a chunk search to see if there's any copper, or any iron, rather, near this shaft. this one of the cool things about the shaft is you saw the striations, or the different stone levels, right? The igneous, the metamorphic, and the sedimentary. Granite, slate, and claystone as we ascend. There's like proper layers here. Sometimes you just get granite all the way down, and that actually happens pretty often, or andesite all the way down, because the upper levels didn't exist. And we're at mantle. So let's do chunk search or node searches. See if there's anything nearby. Actually, yeah, let's do one here. No node. And because these node search holes are only one high, it's not high enough to allow things to spawn. I'm not being very scientific about this. I'm not like measuring. I'm just chipping away every here and then. What's crazy is like there is probably an iron disc nearby. I just don't know where. You know, I only have the tools of the density search to know like the chance of it spawning, and then the node search, which is how if it's within 6 tiles, it will tell me it's close by, and those are the only tools. So it's kind of like playing Battleship, where you just have to take educated guesses. And I mean, it's a little bit more educated guess than Battleship is, which is like totally random on your first guesses. But it's kind of like Battleship in that way, where you know you just do your best to suss out where it might be, and the higher the prospecting melee is, the greater the chance that you'll hit something. Right? You're more likely to hit a 5x1 battleship than the 2x1. In other words. But I'm getting a whole lot of no ore node nearby, which indicates that this vertical shaft is not within 6 tiles of iron in any direction. And we're basically at the surface, so I think I can conclude that that there isn't any. At least not nearby. So what I'm going to do for the last 10 minutes is just to do a vertical or a horizontal shaft, rather than to like pull up all the ladders and to burn our efforts. I will go into the slate and do a little bit of horizontal. And I'm very much like digging blind here. You know, I don't know a good direction at all. Sulfur, trace amounts. Okay, so I found some sulfur, but we're not after sulfur. This is all just a little random. The other thing I should probably do is, with the very little levels of dirt I have left. No node. To fill this like that, so that things can't spawn. So I want to do the horizontal shafts in granite more than any other rock, because I use granite for my base construction. So at the very least, I'm getting granite for cobblestone so I can build. It's certainly not what I came here for, but at least it's useful a little. The wheel part is darker because I am in a temporal unstable zone. I just explained this like a second ago, so I'll let someone in chat explain. You're asking a question that was answered like 3 minutes ago. Being underground makes you crazy, yeah. That's the TLDR. And the deeper you go, the less stable it is. On the surface rifts, it's also very unstable. And then during temporal storms, nothing is stable. And then you can also have, like, unstable sections on the surface. Okay, it is... I'm going to ditch the resin, as weird as that is, for the blocks, so that at least I'm, like, working towards making a ton of cobblestone. And yeah, the speed at which it spins is how unstable it is, exactly. I will try one more shaft. This is the Hail Mary. The other question I have for you guys is whether or not, and this will be up to you, whether or not you want me to turn on X-ray, not so that I can get iron, but so that I can show you where it would be, effectively burning the shaft so I won't use it. I'm not going to use dev tools or cheat tools to, like, find things that I didn't find myself. But it would be a way to show that whether or not one actually registered here at all. So, do you want me to X-ray for iron that I won't use? Yes or no? Because there's 5 minutes left. And I can have you guys decide that. But, and if you vote yes, what that means is I wouldn't bother to try to find the disc of iron that's around here. And if I continue to search for iron, I would go up here to this 1.4, which is, roughly 3 or 4 times as likely to have iron as where I am now. Where I am now is not, like, 0 chance for iron, it's just much, much lower than that one spot up there. Looks like you might vote no X-ray. If that's the case, I might as well just do more shafts, even though there's as I'm opening these up, they become drifter spawns. If I'm not gonna burn this shaft. The other direction I haven't tried is back this way. And I'll do a few of the prospecting holes. Oh, trace pendolite. So that is that's nickel. So nickel bits. Oh, I can't back that. Nickel ore is penlandite. So there's a little nickel there. If there's trace nickel there, there's probably not an iron vein near it. So I'm going to go up a little and I can also hear drifters spawning in some of the shafts that I dug behind the dirt walls because I'm walling them up as I go. node. So if you, oh, no, I should go higher than this. So if you mine like I'm doing, you turn a... So you can think of the initial vertical shaft as a 6 wide node search as you dig, because you're searching in every direction about 6 as you do the chunk searches. But then if you dig these side shafts like this, you're turning that into like a 16 wide or something like, you know, it depends on exactly how you're going about it, which increases your chances a little bit more. So I am going to take my chance here with what very little time I have remaining and just do a Hail Mary horizontal shaft this way. I'm deep enough for iron to be here, but I just don't quite know where it is. Getting a little insane, so I'm gonna have to surface. As you can see, oh! Yes! I found it! Hail Mary, I found it! We have hematite, verified, small amounts. It's here. It's within 6 units of where I am. And I'm about to go insane. I'm about to start seeing demons. Oh god, there's one underneath me. No! We found it, but I have to get out of this mining shaft. Because my sanity and health are at risk. I think that was a nightmare drifter too. That was not a gentle one. That was beneath me. So if we ever use this mining shaft for the future, well, obviously I'm going to, because I don't want to dig another one. What I'm going to need to do is to make it safe. The frickin'... What am I, like, imagining being hurt now? I don't like that. I want to be seen again. Sad noises. Oops, no. Sane people don't throw their armor away. Alright, so slowly, the, yeah. So here's what happens when I go a little insane. Do you see that giant monstrosity march around on the horizon? Yeah, you get a little cuckoo. And, it's not good for your health. So, I'm glad I surfaced one I did. It's also really nice that I found iron. So, I'm gonna mark that down. Where am I? Here. Do it in bright red, all caps, iron, and pin. I'm gonna unpin the other one. Make this a star. How's my sanity not? Okay, there must be some sort of... This is not a temporarily stable area where I'm standing. My little gear was still reversed. I need to find like a nice stable area. Because otherwise... Oh, there we go. Now the gear's starting to go in the right direction. To the right. To the right faster, please. Yeah, when I go back down there, I will get a few stacks of dirt and make it safe. And then place a bunch of rocks in the areas that I had excavated that are horizontal so that it can't spawn drifters. But this is, interestingly enough, where I am going to leave off. Right here, in this patch of dirt, having found iron, but not actually exploiting it. I know, quite the cliffhanger. I am sorry. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 7th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind for this series I ask for no spoilers or backseating. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. And if you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.